Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Oh, yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN 70 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we are answering your questions all across the nation. And we are connecting to you, and we're talking to heaven. You know, it's an interesting journey, this thing called life. We've come on this earth to explore new experiences. We've come to understand who we are. We've come to navigate the connection with the divine, with God, and stay grounded to earth. It's quite the true experiment. And each one of you has a special task. Each one of you has an opportunity to express your greatness in the ways that your heart directs. But in this day and age, it's kind of hard to follow your heart when you're trying to adhere to what is necessary during these unprecedented times. But we should never lose that connection. We should never lose the thought that there's something, someone out there just keeping us all together. That there's a force of energy greater than you, greater than me, greater than all of us on this planet, greater than a party or a group of individuals, greater than a culture. There's a force of energy assisting us all and really directing the flow of what goes on. We as humans have free will. So yes, we've created a lot of where we are. But then there's this energy that kind of helps balance the world and make sure that we, mere mortals, don't get ourselves in too much trouble that we can't get out of. It's almost like something kind of tugging us back. Have you ever had a child getting ready to just take a step off the curb and you see the mom yank them back? That's kind of God's job these days. Yank them back. They're about ready to self-destruct. Let's get mankind to back it up. Because we're all learning. And we're also understanding that we as humans, we're not the only energy on the planet. Everything has energy. And we're surrounded by plant life. We're surrounded by other animals. We're surrounded by bodies of water. We're surrounded by the ground and the air. We're surrounded by bacteria and viruses. This is all part of everyday life. And something just happened to get out of control. And there's so many stories that you could ask yourself which one is the right story. But the bottom line is this is where we are now. And you can't go back in time and make it change. So wherever we are and however we've gotten here, what can you learn from it? What can you glean from this experience to make it a better experience for yourself? What can you glean from this experience to stay in sync with your life and to stay healthy? What can you understand? And how can this experience make you a better human being? Because ultimately, whether you know it or not, you did not sign up to be here just to get the next job or the next relationship or how many children you would have or what house you would have. You came here with all of those opportunities, all of those experiences just there for you so that you could pick and choose, kind of like a Chinese buffet. But you still have to get yourself there. And you still have to do the right thing. You have to pay your dues one way or another. And there's an exchange of energy that has to happen. The laws of the universe are very strong and very direct. And as you do, there will be a return energy that comes to you. So how can you be the better person? How can you stay connected to a force of energy that you cannot see, but if you relax and feel into it, you can feel? How do you stay connected? And then how do you stay connected to those loved ones that are no longer here? And since you're so rooted in having them right here at the table with you so that you could be with them and you could break bread with them, how do you recondition yourself, reorg your mind, recalibrate your feelings to feel the same way even though you can't sit across from them at a table? How do you do that? How do you reconnect and realign yourself to a new experience that's so unfamiliar? Like times like this. How do we wrap our head around the fact that we can't do what we've done for so many years that we've lost track and count, and by sure ways we've really taken for granted, never thinking that in a blink of an eye, something could change? How do you wrap your head around the fact that you spent your whole life working to retire and now you can't leave your house, but you have big plans? How do you wrap your head around the way the world is, that everything you saved, maybe you've had to use during these times because work isn't there? How do you wrap your head around the things that you cannot control? Or do you just learn to trust? Do you just learn to trust and realize that even though life is not the way you imagined it would be, that there are checks and balances that are governing energy, that there is, for every right thing you've done in your life, there are magnificent things that come your way? How do you create a new world for yourself in a world that's shut down? And then trust that there's something greater than you that'll keep you safe, even though you cannot see. You know, faith is believing in things that you cannot see or feel or touch. But you have to trust that there's a greater force. And that's the force that's readily available to you at any time. You can have a conversation. And you may say, but I don't know that I get an answer. Well, keep talking. You know, every time you have a conversation with the divine, if God could shed a tear, I bet you he would. Or Mother, Father, God, he, she, the energy source, they would shed a tear if they had the emotions we have. Because time and time again, when you've been in the perils of destruction, when your world is caved in, or the relationship has fallen apart, or the finances have been ripped out from under you, or maybe you're faced with an incredible challenge in your physical body. And even though it may be rough to go through, suddenly something swoops right in and things recalibrate, realign, and life continues on. And then in hindsight, at 2020, we had a wonderful hindsight of 2020 just now, right? But in the hindsight of 2020, when you look back, what do you see? You see all the reasons why, even though it was painful and it wasn't what you wanted to experience, you could see how it happened, or you could understand why. And then you learn to have a little more faith, that even though things go awry and you don't understand why, you can still make it work. And that from the plans that you have, that you think are so great and so vast and so big, that you think you've got it, like, wow, what a rocket idea I'm going to do. And you put all of your energy there and you begin to create something. And then something happens and you go in a different direction, and then you realize that God had a different plan, a better plan. Or what if the track that you're on is beautiful and you're going fine, and then all of a sudden a door opens up that you never even imagined was possible? There's a force of energy that's there with you in the planning stages, chuckling, saying, wait till you see what I really have in store for you. Wait till you see what the miraculous energy can be if you just learn to be. And if you just put one foot in front of the other. You see, somewhere in the race and the rush of everything that we've done and we do, we forgot how to just put one foot in front of the other and trust and have faith. And maybe by opening ourselves up to something different or greater is there that we cannot see, but we can feel the feeling of what it would feel like to have everything that would make us feel good and safe and secure and abundant. And we can recognize that because we are here and because we are chosen to be here, and you chose to, and you were one of the chosen ones who came to navigate these times, that God wouldn't put you in a place that you couldn't handle and that you wouldn't be able to manage. God wouldn't give you more than you could bear. Right? It's walking the path. And the path, never can you see the whole entire path when you put your foot upon the path in the beginning. You know not what's there before you. But what you can find out and what you do see is how much you can do on the journey. Did you ever notice if you walk down the path for a while, if you're walking through the park or walking down the street, when you turn around, you can't see where you started anymore. You can only see the most recent steps. And when you look ahead, you can only see the most easily obtained steps in front of you, but you know not what's beyond the steps as far as you can see in the horizon. But you keep walking. And then there comes a point when you're in the middle of where you've been and the middle of destination. Your destiny. So now you're faced with a choice. And for a lot of us, we're in the middle of destiny. Do you want to go back? Do you really want to go back to exactly the way things were? Or did your eyes open up? Did your heart open up? Did you wake up, people? And you realize that, well, you could go back. Or you could put your foot in front of the other, down the road where you're not sure where you see, and just trust. And have faith. And don't lose yourself in all the stories that are going on. And sit and be still and trust that your angels, your guides, God, your loved ones on the other side, they didn't come here to pave the way, to be part of your tribe, to prepare you, to teach you, to nurture you, and in some cases, wound you, hurt you, disrupt you because you needed to learn, they needed to learn, they're broken, now you're broken, we're going to break the cycle, right? We've heard the babble before. But they didn't come here to experience the life they did with you and choose you to be as part of the family, and you choose them for it all to be naught, for nothing to come of it. There's a greater story going on here. But I know it's easier to lose yourself in the story that you hear, or the story that makes you feel better, or the mumble jumbo of little petty things that go on that mean absolutely nothing when you look at the fact that you've got the breath of life. And for those of us, most of us, I hope, who have a roof over our head and food in our belly, that we're okay. And for those of us that are healthy and strong and have food and have abundance and have loved ones around us, that we're blessed beyond measure. And that it doesn't really matter what the person over there is doing or the person over there. What really matters is where you are and what you're creating and what you can co-create with the like-minded people that may surround you or that you choose to surround yourself with so that you can move forward in your life. And that life can have a better feel even though we cannot see what goes beyond the curve of the path of life before you because you know not. But here you sit. Here you sit and you wonder, what's next, God? What else could go wrong? Here you sit and you wonder what to do, how you're going to survive. Well, in case you haven't noticed, for those of us who've been on the journey, we're coming in on a year of pandemic mode. And in talking with some of my dear friends in the UK today, they're not doing so good. They're not even allowed to walk out on the street in the city proper. So look at where you are and look at what's working. Even though things aren't the way we ideally would like them to be, or the way we remember they used to be. But all of this, any of this, is what you make of it. And I can assure you that what you think you're making of it is not about how you handle the fact you can't go out to dinner the way you used to, or you're not going to the movie, or you're not going to the football game, or you can't get on the plane and go to Tahiti because it's just not really the right thing to do. We could go on through the list of everything that you cannot do. But what are you doing with what you can do? And what are you doing with the stillness of the time and where you put the emphasis? What is the emphasis in your life? And if God, the higher power that is governing everything, the force of energy, the seen but not seen, the felt but not really felt, but the knowing that we know but we don't really know but we need to believe is there, but we acknowledge there's something greater, in that knowing, what do you trust? And in the knowing that that force of energy is there holding the space as things get shut down, locked down, closed, open, changed, morphed. The baton gets handed from one person to another to run the show. Nobody's running the show. There's a force running the show, everyone. So if that force of energy that's above us is holding the space, and the doors are closing, don't you believe that there's something that can be gleaned and learned and really benefited from if you just live in the moment of what you do have instead of what you don't have? And stop looking at the past and telling the stories of what you had and thinking about what you'd like to do but you can't do. Wah. There's a force of energy that is nudging you in a direction for a reason. And my reason may not be your reason, may not be her reason, may not be the person in the next town or the next city or the country. You're all where you are for a reason that is unique unto you. But you all want to take the story and jam it together and, I don't know, have a party? But what if the party is the party that you have in your heart and your soul? And what if the party is the connection with God, that this was the whole plan? And you're worrying about a plan that you think somebody's got a plan and another plan and there's an ulterior motive behind the plan. But there's a divine plan. And do you think that your grandmother who loved you so much, or your mother or your uncle, or your cousin or your brother who's there in heaven, do you think that they're going, screw them? Or do you think in the energy that is love, they're holding that energy, saying, I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to be fine. I'm cheering you on. And don't you think that if you would stop and still your mind, that you could see, you could feel, you could hear, almost the same way that I could see, I can feel, and I can hear? You can't make a connection when you're disconnected and connected into things that have nothing. And so now that you have nothing in so many different ways, you have to remember that you have something, you are something, and that someone, something, some force is going to nudge you down the path. You could go kicking or screaming, but it's going to nudge you down the path. This is a time of major changes. We're closing out cycles, hundreds of years, planetarily, emotionally, physically, structurally, governmentally. Everything is changing. You're going to cry in the corner because things are changing and you want it to be the same? Have things stayed the same, made a difference? Why? Because you wanted more and you could have more, and so you wanted more and you could have more? And what you realize is that you were a slave to the world, and now you could be aligned with the energy of God and the force of energy that soars inside of you, that made you this unique human being, that would give you the opportunity of stillness so that you could seize who you've become and embrace it and use it to move forward, and so you could shine your light instead of being in the shadow of someone else because it's easier, or because you chose to be shackled to a circumstance, a condition, a situation that no longer serves you, and now you've got your way out. take a good look at where you are. It's a new year, but more importantly, it's a new age. It's a new era. It's a new time. And when we dial up to the heavens and we make that connection, the white gloves are off, everyone. They're here to support you, to step into the ultimate being, to rise to the occasion. Like the phoenix rises from the ashes. You each have that power. No matter where you are, no matter what juncture, and if life is good and great, it's going to get even greater. And if life is borderline sucky, this is your chance to choose to change. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to the phone lines. We're going to Facebook. We're going to YouTube. And we're going to answer your questions. Be sure to pick up the phone and call us at 888-565-1470. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And I am Sarah Spiritual. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
Do you know me? Have you heard me?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are answering your questions right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 95.3. And we are answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. And we are welcoming your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. So excited to connect with all of you. This is our 571st show, so we are so glad to be connecting with you and answering your questions all these years. And we are looking forward to our friends on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, be sure to ask the question. Specific question makes it easier for us to give you a direct answer to where you are in the course of life. And be sure to include your birthday in the feed. And on the phone lines here, well, we've got people from all across the nation, and the phone lines are hopping. So put the phone number on speed dial, 888-565-1470. And we are going to be answering questions. I've got to go to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Detroit. And I've got Alberta on the line. Alberta, how are you? Hi, Alberta. Alberta, are you there? Okay, so let's take a look here. Then we've got to go to any chance?
Oh?
Yes, Alberta.
Can you hear me?
Now we hear you, honey. How are you?
Hi, Sarah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for calling. Good to connect with you.
I know. Hey, Sarah, I just wanted to, I lost my mom this past August, and I'm like really struggling here in almost every aspect of my life, financially, emotionally, spiritual, and I just want to know.
Yeah.
I wanted to connect with her to see what kind of direction can she give me, because I miss her terribly, but I know she wasn't put here to live forever, but in my mind, I thought that she would.
I know you did, and I understand the feeling, because you never really realize that they're not going to be here till they're gone. And the interesting thing is that the energy around your mom it's almost like you and your mom were more friends than you were mother-daughter, at least in these latter years. Yes, please? This makes sense to you. And, when I look at the energy around the connection between the two of you, did you live together? You took care of her, please? Because she makes me feel like you were together a lot in the latter days. Does this make sense, Alberta, please?
Yes.
Okay. And this is interesting. So, did your mom used to have like this like house dress or nightgown or something that she used to wear or something? You still have that nightgown or something? She's showing me like this
Yes.
You do, yes? All right. So I haven't seen a nightgown like that in a while. So I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm dating myself here. But, it's like, and I feel like you have some of her things folded so beautifully in a spot. Mm-hmm. And she's also talking to me about the chair. So there's a chair that she used to sit before she was in her bed. There was a chair she'd sit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And she's talking to me about the chair because she makes me feel as if sometimes you walk by the chair and you kind of say, I wish you were there, right? And she's there. And I feel it. I feel like she sits in the chair, and she used to, I don't know, I don't believe the chair's a rocking chair, but I feel like she used to kind of sway. I don't know, there's a movement to her body when she's sitting. And I feel like she looks and she's kind of just there energetically, just kind of moving back and forth. And she also makes me feel as if there was, I'm going to call it a breakdown. I'm going to call it a moment where you were on your knees and on tears in these very recent weeks, almost as if something triggered and reminded you of her. Does this make sense to you, please? Yes?
Yeah.
Because she was there, and it's almost like she had to lift you up. But were you literally on the floor, on your knees, or on the side of the bed, please? Because this is just what it looks like to me. And she wants you to know she's there. And the direction is, I don't know, I feel like there was an idea of maybe you need to move, maybe you should move, but how can you move? Like, I feel like you're trying to see how you're going to manage everything. This makes sense to you? Yes, please?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
And she's like, don't hold on to things to hold on to her. She's always with you. So the direction she has for you is for you to make the choice and the decision that's going to simplify and make it easier for you. You don't need to hold on to anything to hold on to her, because she is with you. Okay, Alberta?
Okay.
Okay. There's a woman standing with her as well.
probably my sister.
Sister, yeah. Yeah, it feels like a sister energy. So it's very close to her as well. So they're there together, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. And in the month of April, things will start to be a little clearer for you.
Okay.
Alberta, what is there a lake house or a lake or something? What is that, please?
A house or a lake. I mean, there was it's not like a lake. It's like I call it a pond.
Okay.
That was near our house. My dad had it
Filled in?
built before he died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did Mom not agree with that? Because she's got me with this lake by a house, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe that was something very tranquil to her for a while. I don't know, but that's what she's showing me. So I don't know why your dad did that, but this is a vision. This is like the last vision she gives me before she steps back. So I just want you to know, I wouldn't know that about your family or the house, but that's just what she shows me. Okay, so that's just more connection and evidence that she's giving us information so that you know that she's with you.
Okay.
Alberta, I will tell you this, okay, that you have this magnificent opportunity to network and connect and make a shift and a change so that financially you can expand yourself.
Okay.
And I feel like everywhere you turn, Alberta, you're locked in, you're stuck, and you don't know which way to go for work, for home. Everything just kind of looks kind of blah, and you don't know which is the right way. Nothing's popping for you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like work is something that finances and work is something you have to really sit and be still with yourself so that you know what you want to do. Does this make sense?
Makes sense,
okay.
Yes.
And I feel as if there could be a potential change depending on connections with people as you close out this 2021, getting closer to the fall of 2021, heading towards 2022. You may make a change that would mean a job role change that will be most beneficial. So keep your eyes and your ears open to that.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Well, you just keep her clothes nicely folded because I guess she likes the way it's all folded. Did she teach you how to fold clothes and laundry? I don't know, but she's...
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And, so... Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I just miss her. I just miss her so much.
Yeah.
I just wanted a little direction from her because I need it.
Are you thinking of moving?
I do.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. Don't hold
waiting.
on.
I'm just waiting to hear something from the banker.
Legal, the legal things.
Yeah.
Yep, I understand. Don't hold on to anything that's not good for you. She'll be with you wherever you are. You don't need to hold on to it. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
God bless you.
All right. 888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got to go to Nora. And Nora, she's in Orlando. Nora, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Nora. How you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm good. It's Laura. I've spoke to you before.
Okay, Laura, great. Well, they kind of wrote Nora on the board, so there you go. So Laura, what's your question for us tonight?
Hey, okay. So I spoke with you earlier this year for a reading, and I was talking to you about relationships and how I couldn't process really being in one, and literally as soon as I finished speaking to you, someone came into my life, but I've had my guards up.
Right.
And I have a reading booked with you next month, but I couldn't help myself just to call and see if you can, tell me anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Laura, when is that person's birthday?
It's March 2nd, 1995, I believe.
Okay. So if you don't let the person in, you're not going to know what they have to offer you. And here's someone who is very personable, caring, kind. I feel like they're a little closed off as well, and that's kind of setting off your insecurities. This makes sense to you, yes?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want you to just allow this to process through, because I see someone who's an interesting person and someone that you could get along with well, and it is important for you to give them that chance. And when I move you into the close of this 2021 year, you are ready for this really strong push of new beginnings, fresh starts. So this person is here to help you learn how to love yourself and know what you want and honor yourself and communicate who you are to someone. So you're going to have to let them in.
Okay, I was a little confused because, not confused because at the same time I asked for advice for my family. And, when I spoke with you, basically you were like, which is, it made 100% sense. Like, you are spot on. It's insane. But basically it's like more career and, love is really not a thing this year. So that was my red flag with the situation, because I don't know if I should just, shake it off and continue to focus on my career, or to, mix both, I guess.
Well, life is a series of both, right? Ideally, we want balance. And what the message is that the intention and the focus is on building yourself in your career. So we learn from the last relationship, did we not? Not to lose ourselves in an illusion?
100%, yeah.
Okay. So that doesn't mean we preclude ourselves from having a relationship. We just don't lose ourselves and then forget what is important to us at this time. What's important to you is that you are building a new strong foundation for yourself so you could be your own foundation. As a woman, the greatest thing you can learn to do is to be your own foundation.
Right.
Okay? So that doesn't mean we don't have any relationship. That'd be a boring life, right?
I know. I'm the biggest overthinker ever, so I'm just like,
Ever? I'm the biggest overthinker ever. Well, maybe not. I could put a whole bunch of you in a pile and go, now we got Eva. But understand this, Nora. It's going to be fine. Get to know. You're having fun. You're getting to know someone. You're creating a new life for yourself, a new paradigm. And you're shifting and changing, and this is good. This is all good. And you got to learn to let your guards down, because you cannot be even an effective communicator and successful in business if you have your guard up. You've got to be authentic, and you're learning to be authentic, my dear. Thanks so much. And I look forward to our reading, I guess next month, right? Whenever that's on my schedule.
Me too.
All right. All right. Bye for now. All right. Bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a question from Facebook. Let's see who we've got on Facebook. There we go. Margaret Lee. Margaret Lee says, hey, I'd really like a health message from Spirit. Having tests done very soon, been delayed due to COVID. Margaret Lee, I do feel like there's some things awry, askew in the physical body. I'm not a doctor, cannot diagnose, but I will tell you this. At the end of the day, when all is said and done, it's a minor adjustment. Don't feel like it's anything major. Spirit tells me that you will be fine. And when I look to see how 2021 is going to be for you, I do feel like it will be a strong year for you. Body's a little out of balance. Let's see what the tests say, but I feel like you'll be fine at the end. So thanks so much, Margaret Lee, and ask Archangel Raphael for healing prayers during this time so that for sure everything will be fine. Who else do we have here on Facebook? Alicia Faith. Alicia Faith says, hey, Sarah, I hope everything's well. I'd like to know what I should be focusing on at this point in my life. I feel somewhat stagnant, and she's feeling a little bit unmotivated, and she's not sure what direction to go. And so, Alicia Faith, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that you want to find what makes your heart sing and what is allowing you to be true to yourself. It is so important for you to embrace something that puts you in the limelight, something that puts you in the front line so that you will be a light to be shining upon other people. Focus on something that makes your heart feel happy and strong and makes a difference. At the end of the day, you feel good about it and makes a difference in other people's lives. I really feel that you would be an excellent person to guide, direct, produce, do projects, and something connected to empowering other people, particularly women. Thanks so much, Alicia Faith, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. We're going to go right back to Facebook and to YouTube. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Yes, indeed. Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are answering your questions all across the nation right here on WWNN. And I'm so glad to connect with all of you. on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope. You can catch us on the website, sarahspiritual.com. Speaking of sarahspiritual.com, we got some stuff coming up. We just want to make sure you know what's going on. We got a class. How's your 2020 memories doing? Not so good, huh? Well, we've got a class that's going to help you design your 2021. So we're going to work on designing a 2021 vision and intention setting, creation, and how to create the way you want your life to be in the energy, setting your intention with the divine supreme energy so that we can co-create and make it be a better way of being. And so we're helping you create the world so you can move forward in the life for yourself. And so that Design Your 2021 class is going to be live online. You can register at sarahspiritual.com. We're going to give you the building blocks. We're going to build a bridge to the destiny that you want. Cost is only $12 for you, so I sure hope you join us. It is a fabulous class, and it's going to be channeled, so Lord knows what's coming through, but we're going to have a lot of great tips for you all. And if that isn't enough, we got our back to school in session. We've got a love class. You want love, going to have some love, going to need some love, want to have Valentine's Day love. You want to make sure you got love in your life. You want to make sure 2021's got a lot of love, put a little love in your heart. Well, we're going to give you a love class to help you manifest, create, sustain, maintain, and have a most magnificent unconditional love relationship, first with self and the divine energy, but especially working that love for a relationship. So if you don't have a relationship, want a new relationship, want to trade out your relationship, just ready to have love, put a little love in my heart, we got to get that love going. We have a love class, and it's not just a love class, everyone. We got a new moon on that night of February 11th, so 2/11/21 is going to be a great time because we got a new moon, we got a new attitude, and we're going to be doing a little moon ceremony. So we've got a new moon, love moon, and we're going to create with the ceremony as well. So if you want some how-tos to create a loving relationship in your life and you want to put a little ceremony behind it, then join us on February 11th. That class is on sale. There is a coupon. So you think you see a price on the screen, but you put your coupon code in, go to sarahspiritual.com, get the coupon code. We got a deal for you. I would love to have you participate in the class. So that's what we've got coming up. And then, of course, there's always a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, right at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in person in West Palm Beach. And you could always have a session with me on the phone, via Skype, any kind of video connection. And I would love to connect with you. And we have many different sessions, so visit sarahspiritual.com. Let's pull a question from Facebook before we go back to the phone lines. Let's see who we've got coming up for us here on the Facebook feed. We're going to kind of flip over, and let's see who else we've got because we already took care of Margaret. Catherine Denise Haley. Catherine Denise Haley, good to see your name on the feed. Good to have you back here. Sarah, I haven't heard from my daughter in 6 years. Can I tell you if she's okay? You know, Catherine, I understand there was a little disconnect, a little falling out, a little division here. And yes, your daughter is okay. I do know that you worry as a mom. And I want you to understand that for her, right now at this time, this is an important time for her to establish some balance in her life. So we're going to ask the angels to whisper in her ear and say, instead of say, E.T. phone home, we're going to have her say, the angel's going to say to your daughter, call your mom. It would be nice. But yes, to answer your question, she is okay. And I know this hurts you greatly, Catherine Denise Haley. So our prayers are with you. Thank you so much for your question. Who else do we have here on Facebook? We got Candace Ann Rowe. Candace Ann Rowe says to me, I know you kind of answered this question already, but I'm getting stressed out with having no me time. Is there an approximate time and what's the rest of the question?
My child will be back in preschool.
Okay, her child will be back in preschool. Yep. I know it's not easy having everybody underfoot. Yeah, that's when we get to really truly experience family. We all want to have everyone all close and together, but now that we're all crammed like sardines in a can, we're not quite feeling it, are we? Well, Candace Ann Rowe, it is going to be a little bit longer. I know you want some me time, but in the best interest of the children, I really feel that you've got a few more months before the me time kicks in. Look to the next school year. I know, don't shoot the messenger, to really have her back in a regular routine for school. But Candace Ann Rowe, we hold the space for you, and see if you can have someone keep an eye on her so that you can grab a little me time, go get a pedicure, have a glass of wine and some appetizers with a girlfriend, and then pop back. Amazing how much more you're going to love your family after that. Thanks so much, Candace Ann Rowe, for your Facebook question. We greatly appreciate your following the show. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, but if you're on hold, please don't hang up, because we're talking to heaven. We are making connections, and I sure want to talk to you. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
That shines down upon me.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The sun begins to set and close out the day, and the moon begins to rise. It says hello as the sun says goodbye. The birds ride the wind and nowhere there to go. They're just cruising by, singing a song or two for you and I. The ocean meets the sand and whispers to it too, come dance with me and lose yourself deep in the sea. Oh, the world, it works so beautifully together. Oh, the world, it seems in harmony. Why can't you and I live together in harmony? The butterfly emerges from deep within the cocoon. It was hiding for a while, getting ready to show its beauty and change. The winds begin to blow and dance with the trees and twirl the leaves around as they dance in the sunlight. The rain, it begins to fall and everything washes off, all shiny and new, just like me and you. When we were once born, the world is there together as one. The world is there together in harmony.
at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed, there is a light right here on WWNN, and we are answering your questions all across the nation. And we're so excited to be connecting to the heavens and to connect to all of you. And I'm going to go to the phone lines. I've got to go to Dee Dee, and Dee Dee is in Orlando. Dee Dee, how are you tonight?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing magnificently. Good to make this connection with you. Is this your first time calling?
No, I haven't heard from you in like 6 years.
6 years? Where you been, girl?
I've been here. Been busy working and stressing for the last year and a half, so.
Well, thanks for remembering us. I really appreciate that. That's so good to hear.
I thought about calling many times, but the number wasn't working, and then I decided to go online, and then there it was. They had a new number.
Yeah, because, probably when you were calling, I was on the other station that I was on for a long time, and then they kidnapped me here to WWNN, and here I am. So they kidnapped me.
That's what happened, because I still had the 5-6 when I just changed it not too long ago.
Yeah, they kidnapped me. Say my producer's like, what? So anyway, my dear, so life's been a little stressful, a little bit out there, and the interesting thing about the way I see things for you now is that this year is about move it out, close it out, shut it down. It ain't working. I got to get out of town. It's time that you got to clean house. I feel like there's been a stagnation, but almost like you're treading water and something's trying to pull you down. And you can't catch your breath. I feel a lot of anxiety around you. I feel a lot of overwhelmment. I feel like we're stretching the dough to make like the thinnest little piece of pasta, but it's not stretching enough, so we can't quite do what we need to do. Am I making sense to you, Dee Dee?
Yes.
Yes. And I also feel like communication's off, communication with people around you. I just feel like that is just thick. It's thick. Like people are just not connecting right around you, and you're just like ready to throw the towel in and go, I'm done. And so the way I see it this moment in time is you need a reset. You need to back up. You need to ask yourself this question. Who am I? What fills my heart? And how would I love to get there? I didn't ask you to ask yourself, how can I get there? How would I love to get there? often we try to figure out the best way to get out of Dodge, to get out of what's holding us back. And we have to work on what makes us feel good. Because you can't get from not feeling good to what you want to create and something better, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's your question, Dee Dee?
I had a business, and we were having so much issues with the location, and we closed it out. I've been working on the new location, and it's just been very overwhelming, and it's taken so much time and money, and I'm just curious to know how soon am I going to get this open? Like, I'm ready to open by next month. I was ready to open last month. So
right.
Just trying to get a hang of what's going on and what's the holdup.
Well, it's interesting because remember I was saying we're stretching it's like if you roll the pasta dough out just enough and it's just like if you roll it too thin, it kind of breaks. And that's kind of where you are. You're at your breaking point here. And also, are we doing, interesting, did you do something with catering at one point, Dee Dee? Something with food? Yes.
I did, and it opened up a restaurant.
Okay, great, perfect. Because I'm seeing don't forget this kind of basic, something with catering. Don't forget where your roots are. Don't forget what you know to do. Don't forget that you know how to make connections with people. And I'm going to say, I know you're feeling frustrated, but I also feel like there's city things blocking you. I feel like there's just a lot of obstacles with the building. Yes, the location. Yes. Okay. Inspections.
Obstacles.
Yeah.
It's been since 2019. I've been working at this thing, and it's just overwhelming. And I'm just ready to get it open and keep it moving.
Yeah, but I also remember I said earlier the people around you. There's not good communication. It's kind of thick. I don't feel that we've been able to express and communicate effectively. This is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. Okay, sir, what else do you need from me? Okay, clearly write it down. All right, I'm going to give you these specific things. And then when I give you these, is this when it's going to be done? You need to be a little bit softer but direct with what you need to get. Because it's important for you to do that. I feel like with Mercury going retrograde this Friday, my dear friend, the astrologer Stacy Holler, reminded me of that. And so that's where you're feeling a lot of the resistance coming. But once we get to the end of February, things should be clear for you to go. And you've got about 3 weeks to kind of close everything up. But remember, because Mercury's retrograde, you may continue to feel a little overwhelmed through this. And I also remember this is not the best time for the industry that you're in, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it's a nice, brave move to make, knowing that life kind of transforms. And what kind of food are you going to have there?
American Caribbean food.
Okay. Then it's a great time to start that after Mercury retrograde. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. You're on track. Where in Orlando are you?
I'm in West Colonial in North Apopka Vineland.
Okay. So what's the name of your restaurant? Because we have a lot of listeners in Orlando, so.
Bistro Paradise Restaurant and Bar.
Bistro Paradise Restaurant and Bar?
Yes.
Okay. Be sure to put it in the feed so that people can look it up and they can all look for you to be open. We're going to just kind of christen you March 1st, and we're going to be ready. And maybe when I'm allowed to go somewhere, I will be in the car and come visit you. We know we got a lot of customers there. I'll give a few readings right there.
Definitely.
All right.
I would love that.
Dee Dee, you are going to be fine. Trust me. Work through this. A lot of people hit a lot of resistance in your industry. Remember what a great caterer you are. Remember how you built relationships. Throw a big party. Really connect with people and trust that something fabulous is going to happen for you. All right?
Yes. Thank you
so
much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And thanks for remembering us in the show. We appreciate that as well. All right. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, yes, indeed. 571 shows later, that's what happens. 6 years later, we're still all connected. And I'm so grateful for Dee Dee to remembering the show and remembering all of us because we are family. I got to go to Connecticut. I got Danette Holden on the line. She's like, I'm hanging on, Sarah Spiritual. So, Jeanette, how are you doing tonight?
I am so frustrated right now, Sarah.
Oh.
I've been having so many deaths in the family, so many deaths and everything. The reason why I'm calling is I've been waiting for a check for the past almost 3 years now, and they keep on telling me, "Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it." I was supposed to get it, 2 years ago. Then they said, "Oh, we can't give it to you. We have storage fees to pay and all this." I just want to know when I'm going to get this check.
Okay. And is this a settlement check, a lump sum check? What is this check from? Or an investment check?
Check. I won some money, and they keep on telling me this is a legit. And they keep on saying that I'm supposed to be getting it, and I haven't received it yet.
Yeah. And what winning company was it? Because I don't feel like they want to give you the check, honey. And I'm not trying to frustrate you more. I'm the writing on the spiritual wall is not looking pretty. I got to tell you straight up.
I can figure that.
Okay.
Because they're procrastinating every time.
Mm-hmm. What organization is it?
I can't really say right now.
Okay.
I no.
Okay.
But
there shouldn't be storage fees. There shouldn't. That's I don't know what they're talking about, but that makes no sense to me.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just so frustrated right now with that, and then
I would let it go and let God, and I wouldn't waste my energy on this because I kind of see it as a moot point. I really
I'm not going to get it.
I don't have any faith in them right now.
All right, and neither do I.
Okay, when I go into their energy, I see a brick wall, and I see a shack with the sign, and there's nothing there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry that you've had a tough time with losing family members during this time as well, Danette.
Yeah, I have to go to another funeral this Saturday. I'm hoping that it snows. I don't want to go.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well.
It's from the COVID, and I'm afraid to go because I don't want to, I don't think I can get, do you know if you could get it from, if they're in an urn?
No, I don't.
I'm scared. This COVID has been crazy.
But it's not about the person who passed, and I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you. But it's all the other people who are going. Like, why are we going? Why are we going? Why are we going? That makes no sense to me.
Right.
If you don't feel like it's in your best interest to go for whatever is pulling at you internally, and I say this to you, Danette, and I say it to everyone listening, you've got your own sonar, your own radar, you've got your own compass inside. If you are feeling, I don't want to go, you don't have to go, and I don't give a flying banana what people think. We are in a pandemic. You don't want to go,
I don't think I'm going to go.
Then don't go.
That's my...
But don't wish a blizzard on the whole state of Connecticut so you don't have to go either now.
No. I don't want to. No more snow. I didn't mean it that way.
You're like, I hope it snows so I don't have to go. You sound like a kid going, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. I hope it snows. Meantime, we will see in the news here in South Florida going, state of Connecticut covered in a blizzard. And I'll go, oh, Danette's stronger than she thought she was.
Dusting.
Just a
then
dusting.
my sister won't drive. That's the thing. Just
you know
a dusting.
What? You don't have to go. I don't think it's in anybody's best interest to be going anywhere right now. That's not a fear statement. It's just do what you have to do. Do it in faith. Do it right. But people are not supposed to be gathering right now. For now.
I know.
For now. Your loved one knows that you'll miss them. Shed a tear for them in your house, and we don't need to rub hands with anybody. We don't need to be close to anybody to appreciate and honor their life well lived. Okay, Danette?
Right. All right. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. All right. Bye for now.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. 888-565-1470. We're going to go to Facebook. Let's see what we've got going on our Facebook feed. Who do we have? Suzanne Potter. She says, hi, Sarah. I just left an abusive relationship. So first of all, I say bravo. So glad that you're able to leave that relationship. I have had, believe I have had divine guidance. Any messages for me? Thank you. You know, the best part about the way this energy is looking for you in this change that you've made is that at this time, this year is a closeout of healing of not just this relationship, but other relationships that have created a pattern around you. And Archangel Michael wants you to know that you are always protected and always guided. And I feel as if you're going to feel so free, and there's going to be so much amazing health benefits that are going to come for you in this new experience. And to heal self and to spend time with your inner self, your child, will be most beneficial. I really hope, Susan Potter, if you can, you go to visit my website, sarahspiritual.com, and visit Soul Integration, because that's where your little girl inside has been feeling out of sorts and abandoned and not good enough. And that in turn has created a series of relationships, particularly this last one, that kind of caused you to not really live the life you want to. But I do want you to know that all is systems go. You have made the right choice. You will be fine. Financially, things are going to work out better than you think. Thanks so much, Susan Potter, for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another question from Facebook before we go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I've got Sue Foster on the line. And Sue Foster says, what would be the best way to teach my granddaughter spiritual principle? You know, I love this question, Susan Potter, and she's very kind to give me her granddaughter's birthday. You know, this is a very expansive year for your granddaughter. Your granddaughter's opening up tremendously and just stepping into who she is and who she's come to be and really appreciating herself. And the best way to teach your granddaughter about spiritual principle is it's founded on compassion and kindness and the law of attraction. That which you focus your attention upon becomes that which you create. So if she sees herself doing well on a test and she envisions herself getting an A and she remembers how good it felt the last time she got an A, then the spiritual principle, the energy of the law of attraction will work for her. Use exercises like that as examples and remind her that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So, you know, if she pushes, something's going to push directly back to her. So if she's kind to others, she's going to have a result that is going to yield otherness, other kind actions back to her as well. Teach her compassion, kindness, and teach her that she has a power inside. And I would teach her about the power of I am. That if every day she woke up and said, I am magnificent, I am intelligent, I am beautiful, I am light, I am love, I am kind, I am compassionate, I am whatever she wants, creative, whatever fills her mind with the power of who she is and taps into that God energy, if she were to use that energy, I know she'd be doing great things. Thanks so much, Susan Foster, for a really powerful question. And I hope, Susan Foster, you join our class, Design Your 2021, because you may be able to glean a little bit of what we teach as to how to create the year ahead of you and help your granddaughter really step into her true destiny. Thanks, Susan Foster, for your Facebook question. Matter of fact, we've got a class Monday night. We're going to pop it up in the feed so that you could see what we're going to be teaching. We've got a class that's going to help you design your 2021, set your intentions, and map out the divine energy to create a destiny just for you. So the world may have a lot going on, but you have the clean canvas and the true way to create with the power of the divine source energy. So design your 2021 with me, Sarah Spiritual, this Monday night. I can't believe it's February 1st. Phew, that was an interesting January. Let's see what February holds. And I look forward to seeing you in class. It is available live online. Go to sarahspiritual.com. All right, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got to go to Marie. Marie is in Fort Lauderdale. Marie, how are you tonight?
Hello, Sarah. I'm doing okay. How are you? By the way, beautiful voice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I wanted to know basically about my career, and I'm just not happy, and I need to know basically where, if something new is going to come up for me, and if something new is going to come up for me.
Okay. So this year does offer you a lot of advancement in career. Actually, the energy is really poised to support any career changes and financial wellness. So are you involved in a career that requires you to assist others and help them in their healing of some sort, please?
No.
Okay. What is the health and healing energy that I see around you? Are you working on healing yourself?
Probably.
Okay, because there's a lot of healing energy around you. So I've got to work with that for a minute before we get to the question, because I got to get to the root of this, please.
Okay.
So they make me aware, Maria, were you working on something in the digestive tract, please? Because the digestive tract seems off to me.
Oh, wow. It could be.
Are we changing something or in the process of recalibrating something in our digestive tract, please? Because you want to take a look at that. I'm feeling like this. The angels are with you. A healing energy is with you. So if you've had stomach issues off and on, you want to keep an eye on that. I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing, but they lead me right to that when I go into the healing energy. And you've got this energy that you put out a lot of energy to help a lot of people. Yes? And inside, we've got a lot inside that needs to be kind of balanced out. What is your question to the career? Because where do you want to go with the career? I see we're in between two things. So what would you like to do best? Because you're stuck, you're stagnant, and you're not fulfilled anymore. So if you could do anything and be anything, where would you go?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out, and I don't know if it's too late for me or I'm at a crossroads.
Never too late. Never too late. So this is how Spirit suggests, and I hope you take the class for Design 2021. And the reason why I say this, it helps you envision and identify and learn how to create the manifestation list so that you can put yourself on the track. So the first 5 things that come to you that you really love to do, and what are the elements that are close to what you love to do that are ways you could earn a living. Because everything seems like you're in a box. That when I look at you, you're in a box, and every time you try to come out of the box, something pushes you back in the box. And are you performing a task? Because I still keep feeling you doing stuff. Are you performing a task for other people, please? Is everyone dumping everything on your lap and you're doing for them?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm an insurance broker, so I work with
lots
groups.
of different people. Okay. And then so people dump things on you, and then you've got to figure it out and put things together. So suggest this and do that.
Yeah, kind of, because I just started in September at a new spot, and I'm trying to figure out, because
they're different.
They're different.
They're different there. They're different, yeah. I don't believe you like the personalities and the connections there as much. It's more of an energy thing than it is a career thing. You're good at what you do. You're good at putting people with the right products, the right items. You're good at that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't make you happy. So asking yourself the question, if money were not an object, if I could do anything, what would I want to do? And it's never too late. I have a client who, when she was 50, decided she wanted to become a nurse practitioner. And then she went on to become a physician's assistant. You can do anything. You can do anything. And she works with a psychiatric doctor. I mean, you can do anything. But it's just a matter of asking yourself, what would I like to do that would make me happy? I feel like there's not enough reward for you at the end of the day. It's very routine, moat. It's just like everything's just the same.
Right. Okay. But are your spirit guides letting you know that it could be a change this year, or?
This year is a pivotal time for your finances and your career. This is the year you set the tone or make the change energetically. And so you know, the way the year flows for you, it's based on your personal year. So in your personal year, you've got all the way from now to the middle of next year. It's an energy window for you. So set your intentions. There could be a certification, a project that you could take on, something that would assist you in making a different move.
Mm-hmm.
So you could step out of the industry. The industry has become a little restrictive as well. Is this true? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's something better for you. And I just see all this healing energy around you. So either you have a gift to help other people, or there's something you're going to work on that's going to help you, be it physical or emotional. Okay.
Yeah.
Marie, I gotta go. Let's go back a minute, please. I've got to take you to. I want to go back to 2014 into 15. Was there a change that you made then at that time that kind of set the tone of where you are now? Because that seems to be a point of change. A move, a shift, please.
Yes, I moved from New York to Florida at the end of 2015.
Okay. This is where we're having trouble recalibrating, all the way back from there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the question you want to ask yourself, because I keep going to Spirit, what isn't fitting here? Which in the picture doesn't belong, right? I'm going, oh my God, I think it's Marie in Fort Lauderdale. That's what I think. I really feel like, not that you have to go back to the cold in New York, but you're not getting enough of your New York energy to make you feel happy. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So how do we get back to I'm in a New York state of mind? We got to get you in your New York state of mind, or we got to go back to Riverside, because we can't stay where we are.
Right.
Something's got to change.
Exactly.
And it's not just about your career.
Mm-hmm.
So give thought and consideration. So if we don't want to move, then we have to get that New York attitude here. What can you do that brings back a little bit of the energy of New York to make you be in your rhythm? You're out of rhythm. You're out of sync here.
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
You are. I would love to do a personal session with you, or please take our class. Go online, Sarah Spiritual, check it out. I think we could really work well together and help you brainstorm how to get you out of this little funk. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Marie.
Thank you so
You're
very
welcome.
much.
How did you hear about the show?
Well, I went to see you a couple of years ago, and then I'm a regular listener of your show.
Well, thank you.
I enjoy it.
Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
thanks for coming to see me. Appreciate that.
Thank you for helping people.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye for now.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, well, we've got calls all across the nation. Oh, my goodness. It's calls in Detroit, calls in New York, calls in Orlando, calls all over the country. And I can't wait to talk to you. 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We've got some answers coming. We'll be right back.
Before I walk through the door, do you know me?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Yes, indeed, every soul's got its story. And what theater is your movie playing at? Well, I don't know if we looked at the pandemic of 2020. That wasn't playing in any theater. So we're going to hope we get back to the theaters. But we are going to go back to the phone lines and to Facebook and to YouTube and answer your questions. But I've got a caller from Orlando, and it's Rose. Rose, how are you doing?
Sarah.
Hey. Hi.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Rose. Good to connect with you again.
Me too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What's your question for us tonight?
Okay. Well, my father's been gone for over, I'd say about 18 years. Mm-hmm. And for the past couple months, he's been heavy on my mind.
He's been coming to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to know, is there a message or something that, he wanted me to have?
Rose, the first thing that I'm made aware of here in this energy is that there's a birthday coming up. Whose birthday's coming up? March. Whose birthday's coming up in March? Birthday anniversary. Whose birthday's coming up in March?
I'm sorry.
And you have a brother, Rose, please?
Yes.
Okay. Because your dad's talking to me about your brother as well. Your brother was not doing well, please?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Dad's looking out after your brother. He something about your brother. You've got to keep an eye on your brother. Okay. But March has significance. Passing or birthday, somebody's birthday, something. Who is that? And whose name begins with an R, please, in the family besides yours, Rose?
An R.
Okay, who is that, please?
I'm the only that I know of. Mom's
name is, please, Grandma? Abuela, yes.
Shadorn.
And what did Shadon? What did we call her, though?
My grandmother? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I mean, I call her Grandma.
Okay.
Oh, Juan.
Grandma's passed. Yes, I have Grandma. Dad's energy. Mother's mother has passed. Dad's energy is with you. Your brother is in between. Things are not going well for him. Did he have a legal matter for a while too, please, Rose?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a few brothers.
Okay. Who's the one with the legal matter going on who's not doing well? This is the one that the father's talking about.
Okay.
Okay. And I feel like he had problems with a girl, had problems with a girlfriend or a wife, please. Who is this?
An ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. Okay. See, this is, Dad's concerned about that. And your mother is living, correct, Rose?
Yes.
Okay. Who's that, please? Okay. So Dad is coming to you because he needs you to keep an eye on things. You're the only person with a level-headed thought on your shoulders. This is what Dad tells me. Does that pretty much sum up your siblings, please?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, we're wondering why he's coming? You got a special ed family right now, okay? He's here to give you this energy of support. He wants you to pay attention. He also talks to me about moving. You are supposed to move or you want to move and you can't seem to move.
I did move, a couple years ago. I mean, I do plan on moving to something bigger, when I can.
Okay, there's a move coming for you.
Okay.
There's a move coming. So whatever you talked about in a move, there's a move coming for you. Okay. And you're also working on something for work and business. Is this also true, Rose?
Yeah, it's something that I want.
Okay. So there's work, business coming for you. This is an important time to work on your business.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is he happy? Is he...
I always laugh when people ask me that question. I'm like, honey, they're so much happier than we might be. Let me tell you. Very much at peace. It's this very serene feel. Like I feel like your dad had a lot going on in his life. Like things weren't easy for him. Does this make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
And who's a person having problems in their chest? Their upper chest feels like heart. Who's having heart palpitations, problems in their heart, please? Is that your mom?
In the chest.
Mom's having heart palpitations?
Not that I know of.
You might want to check that. Okay. But Dad is in a good place. His energy is very much with you. He's in a safe place, but he really wants you to kind of be the leader of the pack, of the gang, of your siblings here. You're not responsible for them, but you can most certainly help guide them a bit so that they can stay on track.
Okay.
Your business is going to be coming together. End of this year, things look like they move forward in the direction of business and your move. So putting money together is good for you.
Okay.
All right. And Spirit tells me that you've been working on your connection to Spirit. Is this also true?
Yes.
Okay. And really building that bridge between you and the spirit world. So Spirit is very much with you. All right, Rose, but your dad is with you, and I want you to know that all is well. All right? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and I've got Eleonora, and Eleonora is in Detroit. Eleonora, how are you tonight?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Eleonora, is this your first time calling?
Yes, it is. First time getting through.
Well, good. I'm glad we were able to connect with you. And what's the weather like in Detroit, Michigan?
It is cold.
Oh,
it is cold.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we had a snowstorm day before yesterday, so we just getting over that. But it's calm, but it's cold.
Calm and cold. Well, it's winter will be gone before you know it. You just got a few more feet of snow to dig out of, and you'll be fine there in Michigan. But Eleonora, I see here the energy around you, and I have to say that this is really a very powerful year for you from a soul perspective. Like, who am I? The meaning of my life, my purpose. Like, you're asking some really important questions, and you've been really opening up to connecting to God and asking for guidance. And the angels and the guides want you to know that you're being heard. Like, I feel like you're talking to the universe. This makes sense to you, yes?
It does.
It does. And they also put a book in front of me, and they put a pen, which makes me feel like maybe you've been journaling or you've been writing some ideas or some gratitude journal or inspiration, please.
Yes, I have.
Okay, I see that around you, and I want you to know that that is going to be the path to your greatness, because you have a lot of great wise words that you're putting on that paper, and you're also a great blessing and benefit to others, and you shine a light on others so that they know that they have value and importance, even though when you were younger, you didn't always know that for sure about yourself. This makes sense to you, yes?
Yeah, it does, yes.
Okay. What's your question for me?
My question is, my mother, she passed on in last year of August, it's been kind of recent, and I want to know what message that she have for me, because, I know my sister, she's been going through a hard time, and, I be trying to comfort her and stuff like that, trying to tell her, what my mother would say, and stuff like that. But, I don't know if I'm saying the right things,
and your mom's energy is just a very kind, benevolent woman, is the energy that she presents to me. And I'm made aware of something else, if I may. There's a man who passed who's connected to you. So I actually want to place it in a father-grandfather energy. Father has passed, please, Eleonora?
Yes, he has.
Okay. And in the father's side of the family, I don't know if I want to place this with Dad, but the minute you started talking, I had a man reaching in his pocket and pulling out the pocket and taking out all the change of the pocket and putting it out on the table, like keeping the coins in a tray or an ashtray. Who used to do that, please, Eleonora? I see coins, and it seems to be symbolic, like something they did every day when they came home. They would take the coins out, and they would place them down in a spot, and then they would scoop them back up. Okay,
trying to think.
Maybe your father's father is where I really want to place it, even though I see your dad there because I can tell by where they are, but dad energy is there, but I really want to place it more with your grandfather. Because I feel, and you may not know a lot about that, but I also feel like at one point, this man, his pockets were empty, and that's why the coins have become so important to him, because like when I saw him take the coins out of his pocket, he went to his other hand, and he went in the other pocket and turned it out, and that pocket was empty. So it makes me feel as if he went through a hard time, the pockets were empty, and he's grateful for the coins. Okay. So with regard to your mom and your sister, the energy that you're providing is, you're not your mom. So what would mom say? Mom would say, it'll be fine. It's going to work out. I believe in you. But your sister tends to be a little more emotional about things, and you tend to be a little bit more grounded and strong and be like, okay, we're going to push right through this. We can do this. And she's more like, oh, mush, right? And you're like, come on, snap out of it. So knowing your sister's going to process this a little differently, and the loss of your mom, even though it took time for her to pass and it wasn't an overnight thing, I feel as if it was just too sudden for your sister to handle. This makes sense to you?
Yes.
Even though it was coming, and we knew it was coming. Okay. But I also feel that Mom, Eleonora, has shown herself to you as well. You had a dream with Mom, please?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay. And so she's letting you know that she's with you, and she's letting you know that She's holding this vision for both of you to move forward. And she's also letting you know that everything's going to be okay. Because I feel as if, not you and your sister, but outside the group or the family, I'm made aware that not everybody's being supportive in what we do next and the way things go out of, to come to a close. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay. Who's the man connected to this story with you and your sister, please? There's a brother?
Well, it's a whole crew of us. She's married. She has a husband.
Okay. Is there a brother in the circle, please? Is there a brother? Is there a brother that's not quite cooperating or quite handling things the same way, or almost like rubbing against the grain?
You say not handling things the same way.
Just not kind of jiving with you all. So keep things kind of close to the vest until everything's sorted out, please. Okay.
No. Oh.
Yeah. Listen what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Sometimes I say the craziest of things. And when somebody's throwing a temper tantrum, you're going to be like, oh, Sarah told me about this. All right. We're just going to let him have a meltdown.
Yeah, I do have a brother that will have a meltdown. Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Over just how things are handled, or just his personality. This is correct, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. This is who she's talking to me about. Like, we got to keep him calm, too. There's a lot going on, okay? And your sister's drowning in the experience right now. So you can cheer her on and nudge her as to the right next step, and everything will be fine.
Okay.
But Mom loves you very much, yes?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She said it before she passed away. She said, I love all of you guys. I just love you all. But
And what does the number 5 have to do with you all, please?
The number 5?
5. 5. 5 connected to you all.
Well, the 5th child would be, only thing I know is the 5th child would be my brother, the one that you were saying, might have a meltdown or something.
Okay.
He would be the 5th child.
There you go. Okay. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. I don't know what it means, but I just give it to you. Okay.
Okay.
So just keep an eye on that. Eleanor, thank you so much for calling. I hope I've given you some comfort, some guidance, and you're glad that we connected.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We got to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. Otherwise, they're going to yank me right off the air. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We're going to be right back.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
And we're back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 96.9 and 95.3. And we got to go to Brooklyn. I've got Hope on the line. Hope, how you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm doing great, Hope. Good to connect with you. And thank you so much for listening to the show. Always. Been a while, right? You've been on the phone lines with me for, what, about 12 years now, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So
I would say 13. I would say 13.
Well, we're coming up on our 12-year anniversary, so
well, it's 12.
Girl,
okay.
Don't make me older than I am, okay? Please. I'll be like sitting here, and then my little rocking chair going, I remember when. So Hope, before
like
they
when
wait.
When this song was playing, and you're singing, do you know me? Do I know you? I say, yes, I do know you.
You do know me, for sure. So, honey, we've got 2 minutes before they take me off the air. Hope, what's your question for me?
Today's my birthday.
Oh, I just looked. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So it's going to be a great year for you. I have to tell you that this year, look for some flow of financial abundance. I know you've been asking for the universe to bless you with abundance and solid health and consistent employment. And I know it's been an off year, a difficult year, but you did manage to stay busy. But the universe, God wants you to know that you're always protected and you're always blessed. And Hope, there is going to be, I don't know, I feel like there's a gentleman friend coming for you. So I just want you to get ready because this could be a good year for love as well. A loving connection. Yeah, girl, you got to get out of the house somewhere in Brooklyn. So
oh yes.
oh yes, we got to go. But I'm so excited.
It's about time.
It's about time. It is about time. Yeah, otherwise it'll be like 13 more years. So we better get you out on the street right about now, Brooke. I mean, Hope in Brooklyn. But I want you to know this. You know, they're kind of telling me to tell you this. Archangel Michael stands before you. Archangel Raphael is with you in healing. Archangel Gabriel inspires you. And Archangel Uriel is bringing you the enlightenment so that you can truly know your path and your walk with God. I got to go for now, Hope. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
All right, happy birthday. God bless you. And thanks for listening.
Too. Always.
All right, bye for now.
Bye.
Wow, what a journey it's been. 571 live shows here. And yeah, if you didn't hear, we're going to be heading up to our 12th anniversary in May, but we got time for that because we got a few months to go. So stay with us, everyone. Join us next Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. We have some classes coming up. Pop on the website, sarahspiritual.com. Learn about my sessions, and please join us. We're designing 2021, and we got a love class coming up on February 11th. So we got 2 big classes. Look forward to connecting. Visit me in West Palm Beach. Stay well. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
And there's a light that brightens up my day. There's
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.